I have great news for you today. Wherever you're at, there's a way for you to extend your garden harvest. Hi everybody, welcome to Living Traditions Homestead. My name is Sarah, and today I have a secret to share with you. There is a way, regardless of where you're gardening at, to extend your garden harvest. And I want to teach you about that today. And you can do that through succession planting. Now, what on earth is succession planting? Succession planting is really just staggering when you plant your garden seeds. And there are lots and lots of reasons why you should stagger plant in order to extend your growing and harvesting season. Now, I want to give you an example. This harvest season, this garden season, I want to plant 40 plants each of broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. Now imagine if I planted all of those seeds at once. For the most part, all of those plants are going to come into harvest and they're going to ripen and be ready for me to harvest all at the same time. I will have 40 heads of cauliflower, 40 heads of cabbage, and 40 heads of broccoli to deal with all at one time. Even if the cauliflower comes in separately from the broccoli, that comes in separately from the cabbage, what on earth am I going to do with 40 heads of cauliflower? I'm going to prevent that by stagger planting, by succession planting. Today I'm going to be planting and actually planting in this raised bed garden that we have put at the back of our greenhouse. It's a little bit too early for me to be planting in the ground outside, so I thought I would try some planting in here. I will be doing succession planting in here. I'm going to be planting leaf lettuce, spinach, radishes, and green onions. Kevin has already planted some chickweed in here that he found out behind the red barn, so I need to work around that. But I'm excited to be able to show you a little bit of how I'm doing this to maybe give you an idea of how you can do it maybe in a similar way. One of the greatest reasons to do succession planting is to eat fresh longer. If you plant, all of your one plant at the same time and they all come to harvest at the same time, you have a much more limited opportunity to be eating those vegetables fresh out of the garden when they come into season. You can extend your gardening season and your harvesting season by a month or more in a lot of cases. So you could be eating carrots for most of the summer rather than just over the course of a couple of weeks. So this is the half that I'm going to concentrate on first. Kevin put his chickweed in the middle, that's fine, and I want to divide this area into two growing sections. So I'm really just going to divide the two in half and indicate that with a couple sticks, just so I know what I'm working with here. So there, I know I can grow one thing in here and one thing over here. In this area, I'm going to start with spinach. And I think I can grow maybe 4 different rows of spinach here. And so I'm going to put my first row right out here, and I'm just going to use my finger to draw a line. So that is where my first row of spinach is going to go. And then I can start planting in there. Another great reason to do succession planting is if you are selling anything at the farmer's market, it will extend your opportunity to sell those items at the farmer's market. The booth next to you might only have radishes for 1 or 2 weeks, but if you plan it right, you could have radishes for 8 weeks at the farmer's market. That would be much more competitive, and you would be at an advantage if you were to stagger your planting so that every week you could bring more and more of something that everybody at the farmer's market loves and wants to buy. Next up, I'm going to do some green onions. I'm going to do 2 rows of the onions because I want to be able to take 2 rows a week to the farmer's market. What about bugs? I'll give you an example. Okay, last year I planted zucchini plants 3 times, and it really was because some of them never came up. I ended up planting 3 times in order to get them to germinate and be successful. But I'll tell you what, the first seeds that I planted into the ground that came up, they were attacked so hard by bugs. And I was able to get a couple zucchini off of those plants, but then they succumbed to the bugs and they died. But because I had planted a month after that, and actually another time a month after that, I was able to have zucchini and zucchini plants 3 different times during the summer, and the bugs just couldn't keep up. It's like they had their own season to be alive and thriving and eating all my plants, that by the time it got to my 2nd round of zucchini and my 3rd round of zucchini, the bugs just were gone by then. And so I was able to kind of beat the bugs by planting multiple times throughout the season. This area over here is going to be divided for leaf lettuce over here and radishes over there. We'll do the same thing as before. Just going to make a line with my finger. Now I'm only going to put 3 rows of lettuce in this bed here. I think that's all it's going to handle. Plus I'm going to be direct sowing more lettuce out in one of my other raised bed gardens in a few weeks when it warms up a little bit. So I don't need to go overboard in here. I'm not going to be relying entirely on lettuce from this bed. The last reason to plant successively is, for instance, say your first planting you put in the ground and there was an unexpected freeze. Then you don't lose your entire harvest, especially if you're planting your seeds inside. By starting seeds inside successively, you also have a backup plan if something horrible goes wrong with one of your plantings. Last up for this bed is the radishes, which will be over there by you. I can't plant those today because even though I thought I had plenty of radish seeds, I actually have none. So I need to go ahead and get those. Now the radishes, I will be planting several rows a week in between each other because I want to have new radishes every week at the farmer's market, just like I plan to do with the green onions. Now the lettuce and the spinach, I'm going to wait 2 weeks in between them. I just think that's a better amount of time. Now, one thing I want to tell you about what I've just planted here and to keep in mind is that you know, my lettuce and spinach will continue to grow if I just cut it back and sell or eat the product, the leaves. But on the other hand, the radishes and the green onions, I'm going to be taking those completely out of the ground. So once I take those out of the ground, their spot is open, so then I can plant again in their spot. So that's kind of how you can do this all throughout the summer, is plant a couple each week or every other week, and then when they come to harvest and you take them out of the ground, then plant in them again as long as you have enough time. You will know just by the way the plants are growing at the end of the season whether or not you should be planting more. And really, the most you're going to be losing is a few seeds if you plant even if you're not sure. If you have a long growing season like we do in Missouri, take advantage of the opportunity to plant cool weather crops twice in one growing season. You can plant once early in the spring and you can plant again in the late summer to have a fall harvest. So don't forget about those. And another way that you can plant successively is actually by just choosing different varieties of the same kind of plant that will mature at different times. Broccoli and cauliflower, for instance, have different varieties, some that are really quick to harvest, some that take a little bit longer. So that's another way that you can think about this. That would allow you to really plant one time, but then get a different harvest at different times of the season. Almost every plant in the garden could benefit from succession gardening, with the exception of perennials, which we'll come back year after year. But give it a try this year. It takes some planning, but overall, I think it would benefit you tremendously. Well, it has been a pleasure spending time with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, but most of all, I hope you learned something new. You guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, now is a great time to hit the subscribe button below. I love to hear your comments and your questions. And hey, don't forget to share these videos with your friends and your family. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care and God bless.